PRX here able to push out from Link.
There's just no way that they're going to expect this retake to be coming from all of these angles. Benji Fishy biding his time right now, allowing the rest of the players to get in position.
They have to know they're on a clock though. Look at the lurk coming here from Boo. He'll be turning up from A main in time, but PRX want to push through. Flash in the direction. Flowers doesn't see anything. Briefly pinged out on the site. That haunt does give a lot of information now. PRX want to push ahead of this wire, but look, caught in the grab well here. Devi's got to sit. And Airwood's going to take first contact with Device tucked in the corner. It's a 2 for 2. Forsaken bides his time. Opts to double back. There's no plant yet.
No, they've got enough time that they want to try to pivot to B, but these 1v1s being taken are awkward. Forsaken, lovely trade. Brings it to the 2 versus 2. And in the meantime, Patman had been making his way over towards this B site. It's going to be awkward for Team Heretics on this reclear. There's so many positions that these last 2 players could be tucked into, but they opt for the double hauls, play together.
Of course, Patman dubs as the handler for this PRX team. He's a tight leash on them and deals with Miniboo as he tries to approach from B long. It's on Boo. Now they know he's here. The Horde reveals his location. And the IGL now needs to make a play for Horde. He knows what the setup is, but he has to face it. Natty and Patman deals with him.
It's making that nice pivot with those, farming up those orbs. The dimensional drift has just been one of the highest power ultimates in the meta this year.
Razorvine deployed in halls. This is tough for Benji and Jing explodes. It's an easy judge pickup. And now for the rest of Team Heretics.
Spike planted.
They're going to have to likely perish to the spike. Sorry, Sliggy, no Molly's here, mate.
Feels like running Raze on this map is unorthodox, doesn't do justice to the agent being played here. It is so uncommon. And that kind of play, that double satchel back in the halls, we're going to be seeing a lot of that from Jing, taking opening engagements, being set up to try and get in really deep with these satchels on attack. Devi with this Ghost, hoping to just pick off a couple players right now.
On a second guess, fault line, they're trying to catch him out. Some old orbs on the table here though for PRX. If Heretics get a little bit too close, Oriens will have his. And the rest of PRX have already gotten out of dodge. And that'll be that. 4 perish to the spike for Heretics. Look at the util set up for this A main fight. Miniboo fancies a little bit of it, but PRX is slower on the uptake. It's a smoke out on them, but they're going to try and follow this Rage util in. Miniboo has a swing. Something gets ahead of it. Rien's though able to follow up on the grab well, and now will take up this position of boxes. And that's stunning stuff for Rien's.
Spike down.
Just what the doctor ordered. Forsaken is out of the game, essentially. How do we break back in?
High round, a lot of emphasis towards mid. It looks like they just want to go for a very quick A split, or at least threaten that to open things up. Here comes that double satchel. In the push. He can't be getting that.
Oh, there's more where that came from, Wyatt. Devi's having to deal with Benji. And now you're trapped if you're Rien's in A main. He's only good for the 1. Miniboo needs to try and find a way into the game, but he's at risk of being crunched on here as Forsaken gets the spike down. Clock is ticking for Miniboo, and eventually he'll be stuck out of position. It's on Boo. Stuck here for Flowers, and there's not a whole lot to be done.
And that's exactly what you're going to expect from this PaperX team. Just mental double satchels in from Jing that you're never going to be prepared for. You're never scrimming against this. They are a 1-of-1 team, and Jing is a 1-of-1 Raze. Again, it's going to come down to these adaptations on the fly. Rien's towards Art, and now opting to double up control A main with Miniboo. PaperX, though, they have just slowly pivoted over towards this B side. Here comes the full execute. So much utility for backhauls, but at the moment, that Molly is going to keep Jing at bay. They know who has this Bucky. They can just try to avoid him.
He clears the Razorvine though, so there's an option for Boo to spring forth should he need to, but he's sat here with the Bucky. It's an awkward line to be on. Patience for Boo. He's going to get shot up through the wall though. Benji can't hold mid, only finds his 1. And now from tower, Heretics have to make the play. God, that happened in light speed. It's towards back hole here. Looks like they're not going to waste too much time getting up onto this B side. Once again, C's thrown in. Jing disrespects the Razorvine. Boo is absolutely not ready for that. He's wrapped around with the judge of this more where that came from, apparently. Jing is unchained, cannot be stopped at this stage. And Heretics don't quite have the arsenal to slow them down meaningfully. Grabwell is going to be avoided by Rienzi, extricates himself, but now the boys are back. Flooding into the link. Fault line off the rip. Jing here, expecting almost a push into Plaza by Heretics. It doesn't come. And now they're going to start to clear into connector. Wood has given up this space. Play a more passive line. He doesn't see them cross. Showstopper pop. Jing is headed on the guts Oh, he's headed over towards Art. Surely he doesn't wrap on this player. Benji's about to get real busy, folks, and he dodged the rockets. However, Patman handles him. Once again, playing through these smokes, the boost slows the pace down, and the shots have been good enough to make it something in Forsaken verse 3.
Who's next?
Boot is slowly flanking. Nebula drops, but the ultimate is ripped by something. Going to get all the information on the side, clearing out Secret, just letting Forsaken know that he's safe to pivot towards this back area. They want to flip the map right now. Stuns coming through. Something feels like he's in so much danger. Gate crashes out to main, and that's just going to separate these two Paper X players. It's going to come down to individuals, 1v1s, the cosmic divide even being used here.
This is going to at least give a safe pocket for something to get that plant. He gate crashed away from the fault line. Oh, the timing for Forsaken!
Miniboot just has to watch too many angles. He's so scared. He knows that, Forsaken could be going for him.
You got two initiators up here for Heretics. Decent util for this retake, but the cosmic divide is a bit of an issue. Forsaken's going to anchor here behind this Nebula. Information, though, is kind of out of date about where Heretics could be coming from, but now a bit more of an inkling. Is he going to push this?
Enemy remains.
Something handles it there from A-Main, and Forsaken doesn't.
Placed in this uncomfortable situation, has to watch a couple of different angles.
Whelmed in their position so far, and here's a double satchel play for Jing. Well, you've got A-Main control, especially up against this half-bite.
It's a cool way to take A-Main, that pop flash, double satchel, and they just want to continue this in. Teleport from something. Jing with a nade kill, something beautiful. Lined up, multiple headshots, making light work of this eco.
And now Heretics, you've got the double Marshall play available to you. Riente's going to have a crack, see what he can find. Jing has no time for it though, and Miniboo will get wrapped up. Oh no, don't do it! Oh no, a focus over towards his Art and A-Main split potentially.
They want to act fast. Here comes that Nightfall, clears out sight. A-Main not going to ping onto anybody.
Alarm bot triggered on Art.
Our Team Heretics is going to try to fight this. You could have Miniboo try to pop flash out when Paper X get onto the site. Steel Garden going to be ripped, going to connect onto everyone.
Yeah, okay, we're going to have that one in play. Divide is going to make it very hard for Heretics to defend this properly. They're going to have to give it up potentially, but they're anchored in. Miniboo sees a bit off that dimensional drift, but PRX have actually syncopated the tempo here, and there's a drift over to B from the defenders.
This feels like a new Paper X round right now. Again, just slowing it down. They tap the plant. They want to bait this utility out.
It's about to get messy, folks. Strap in. There's the ping. The Horde sees 2. Jing with the spray. Boo is down in dugout. Something tries to emerge behind the flash, and Wood is caught with utility's hands. There is something.
God.
Closes the account. And you're not close enough to see it. So they're pulled out of halls entirely, have Heretics, and again, this is just mostly a Sheriff's round stinger for Miniboo, who hasn't gotten into the game in a meaningful way yet either. Wyatt and PRX are swarming over B.
They just love this anti-eco B slam with Jing getting into the halls with a judge. This time, Boo's out of there. He's not trying to die to that again.
What can Heretics
Obscuring
dig
vision.
up here? Forsaken aware, and he's already seen that Prowler, knows it's coming. Fault line. Thrown out here, no one to catch on to, or perhaps the vice behind him, but Forsaken is confident. The standout player on this PRX roster, and boy howdy, he's sharp as attack, folks.
Oh, he had postured an A-Main right now. Here comes that dimensional drift, so he's going to get spotted. Miniboo is under a lot of pressure at the moment.
He's hoping to fight ahead of it. There might be a safe pocket for something here to just emerge in. Or call a cancel. Yep, he's even dug it. Wood is ready for him. That might be a little bit audacious, even for PRX. Miniboo tries to hold it off. Angle Jing is just a little better. The guy is running roughshod over the defenders. And Benji's going to get caught on a timing, most likely. Forsaken just rips him a new one. And Boo again hands out wide, says, what do you want me to do?
3 players are spotted by the dimensional drift from something. He still gets out of it in secret. Jeez. 3 players, yeah, let's just hit the site with our 4 now. They really said no. Just 1 player anchoring, opportunity for Benji, but knows he certainly can't go for more. Just has to back off. He tries to anchor. He knows he's going to get overwhelmed by Yucho, but in fact, Paper X, they're just going to use 2 ultimates, that very safe cosmic divide to allow the free plants.
And they can fall back off this. We can go back to, though it's uncharacteristic, the post-plant spam set up for PRX, but they're more likely to play ahead of it. Now, this is a wrinkle in the plan. The lockdown will allow Heretics to potentially filter in here, but something... well, they got rid of their lockdown, never mind. Something's happy to wait and bide his time here.
Patman going to double up with him as well. Something wants to get some early spam.
All this youth team not opening the side up enough. Minibu's going to go for it. He's able to find two. And that's the best Heretics have looked. And we'll return to this opening matchup of Masters Toronto. Rings to the tune of the alarm clock that gets them back in this game. Minibu's already gotten his way onto this A site now, tapped up a little bit, and PRX have not quite shown themselves yet. Something lurks amongst the shadows. That's a bloody good timing, at least for one. Devay, what a shot! Boo just runs into it. Wu can deal with him at least. Player advantage for PRX though.
That is a late swing, but a crucial kill from Wu. Benji, can he catch a timing? He would have to be the one for Heretics right now to save them, to get this pistol round, keep them in the game.
Looks good. Jing, however, reaching around the corner. It's a very low health Woot that's able to dispatch him. Now we've got a God's Honest 2 versus 2, and here's Forsaken, gets the spike loose. It's up to Benji. Prowler, play from behind it. Patman sees his quarry. Not quite ready to finish the job. 35 seconds left in the round. Patman holds his ground. That could be the last of the game, but there is a stack on the B side. Patman, though, takes that one for the team. Forsaken finds his, and then PRX realizes action elsewhere. We've got Jing's going to start filtering up through Connector. He may see the second wave here from Heretics Cross.
He's going to try to swing out. He will. Gets the first tap down and double swing. Forsaken follows in on Minibu caught on the lurk.
This would be one of the nastiest losses that Heretics have suffered in quite some time. Boo here's going to try and go to work with him, but Devay shuts the book on this first map. What a way to make a statement here in Toronto.
Heretics have looked really good with this Neon.
Look at this push up already from PRX on the defense side. They absolutely want to brawl. Heretics, though, have to be ready for it. But how? How do you stand against this avalanche?
Yeah, double up even with something, and Devay had been patiently.
Unique Neon composition. It's going to be tough to find a foothold, though, as something takes his and gets off the line.
Fair amount of damage done, though. Now it's something with the rifle. With this Neon, they like to go for a lot of B splits. A lot of fast-paced action.
Devay here, from multiple angles, can operate here, can play off the turret, take contact as they try and push up in the kitchen. Here's something, says, I'll have my rifle back, thank you. Give Patman the edge, but it's going to be a dizzy on out. Patman already on the spray. He got his.
Thrown to break it by a defender, something now posted up at mid. You can see Paper Rex on the rotates, getting towards this B side. Will Benji catch the timing?
He's got a player though coming from his left. He might not be ready for the 2 push. And there it is. Once again, PRX give as good as they get.
Rifle upgrade for Devay now as well. Woot solo. These shock darts have done tremendous damage. It's going to force out the Thrash. Can it actually get a connection? And even if it does, can anyone get a kill off of it? No.
Decent ping though on the side of PRX, but here is Forsaken with the Odin. Jing wants to try and push up. Wood is very, very low, but there's still a spike to defend now. Heretics just going to try and hang on here. Hold on against this relentless onslaught, but Devay wraps on yellow. And Wood just has nowhere to go.
And here we go. 3 players ready to fight from Paper X towards A, and they find another first blood.
And it's Minibu down at the start of the round again. Wyatt. Something. He's on the line, able to get back, and he knows there's more where that came from. The shorty. God, he's thirsty for it. To be PRX with another stunning start to the game. This, by the way, is a team, PRX, that has an 83% attack side win rate on Ice Watch. So God forbid we get to that part of the map and they're ahead.
Now, even at this juncture in the game, they've beaten Team Heretics to getting multiple ultimates. The one that Heretics did have, that Thrash, had already been used by Wu to try and convert now.
Patman one away from that Viper's Pit. There's Benji again.
He's hitting. Push up. He is hitting. Does Patman try to trade this? He does, but Benji gets out of the way.
Oh, this is stunning stuff. Benji Fishy. That's 3? Caught by the paranoia, forced to give him some ground, but now the youngster has some wind in his sails.
Spike down B.
Right, Wingman is going to be thwarted in his plant attempt, but the Thrash is going to go ahead now to pave the way. Surely Jing spotted now, detained. He's got Devay to watch him. Relay bomb comes in, a Minibu with the slide across. Heretics!
Timeout from the prior round. Wants to post up towards mid. Doubled up with Jing. A bit of protection for him.
Turret just got cleared. Looks like the go signal there for Heretics on the B side. They've just...
This way!
Fast lane, pretending, hey, we are getting that position back. Yellow shocks as well, and now we're going to slowly pivot back. The spike.
Very tight line. He's going to see one. That's Rian's trying to cross. Dealt with. Something wants to repost the line, but very quickly, Heretics all got across to A. And he's going to know that in a couple of seconds.
And look at Paper Rex. They're already rotating off this B site. They have Patman, Deep Yellow, and the other 2 players are making their way to A with some haste. So they tried to flood in. They might. No, not with that lockdown, though. certainly going to be kept at bay.
I don't think PRX have the mechanism with which to remove that, so they're going to have to respect and pull off the site. That early rotate now kind of nullified. We're going to get a plant down. Heretics look to dig in here and anchor.
And it looks like they want to come right back in. Recon, Paranoia, here come Paper Rex.
Heretics Viper's Pit now to play with Woot, ensconced safely within the poison walls. Here's Forsaken, sees this easy come his way, happy to spam through. Eventually PRX are going to have to commit. Woot has been dealt with. The Viper though, spawning the pit still at large. Jing wants to get past this now, spam in Boo's direction. Mini Boo though dealt with. Patman is in here, sees the Viper, and there it is. The wall comes down, as does the curtain on Heretics in this round.
Who draws a lot of that attention on the Neon. This is fast right now from Paper Rex, collecting too early.
And this mid thrust here from Heretics might have fumbled. Rian's waiting. Whips in the night, yet to leave poor, but eventually someone's going to raise anchor and get to it. Rian gives himself away. Jing wins it out. What an ill-fated encounter for Heretics, and it's up to Boo again. Boy howdy, what a mountain he has to climb. Spike, of course, already planted. This is what you ask for PRX fans. Getting off to a good start with a pistol win here.
All they've had are good starts. They've won every single pistol. If Team Heretics could win this map without either pistol round win, that would be a tremendous feat for them. Bear in mind, this is Team Heretics with absolutely nothing left in the bank. This is must win at the moment, Patman. This fight is so awkward.
Worry about getting caught, but it's a pump fake.
What a timing for Patman to catch, and they have Forsaken playing towards A again. They could really pivot anywhere here. It's just, we're playing TDM, who wins that out.
Patman the Viper.
This is a mental
The
realm.
stabilizing element of PRX, by the way, is just taking duels across the map. And he has opened it right on up for PRX. Mini Boo has to play second fiddle now and try and make use of that mobility to cross the map. Woot is already set up in Crow's Nest though.
It does have the wingman to actually pressure a defuse, force some people to swing out. Maybe that's a way in, find a pick.
A small gap in that mobility challenge. Woot has to drop down and the spacing isn't quite there apparently.
Listen, they've got the right stack to do it. The weapons might be decent enough. Something shut down early. They're trying to get into this side. Paper X is pushed up, but he can't connect.
Messy stuff. Divine Forsaken now, got to pick it up, but there is Forsaken. Quick response. And he doubles down. Oh,
He's susceptible to just one shot from it, but he's able to get out of the way, but he can't. Read by Rians. He's too smart, too aware. Or no, they just want to go for this with the Sheriffs. Rians does have a recon.
Divine has a turret to play contact off potentially. Does he have the time to set it up? Yes. Not too bad to have this Sentinel utility at your disposal in such an important clutch.
Look at Devi. He still has to be weary about this flank as Rians is making his presence known forward.
Trying to get ahead of the Owl drone. Does he have a timing on Boo? Spots him out. Util in hand. Devi is divine.
Right, but you're asking a lot. Oh my God, the early Hunter's very double connection.
Oh, that's devastating! This was the round and Heretics were trying to shore up their half the map. Benji at least is able to lean in, intercede to find a kill. That is an awful way to start with, and he's pinged out again. He's got to give this ground up. All of the A side now belongs to PRX. Look at the timing though. Heretics trying to get in ahead of this, but Mini Boo is shut down instantly. And Benji, beleaguered as he is, on all sides, guns are trained at the killjoy.
Yeah, just hoping the Forsaken would be in that closer tucked position that Asoba will often be in, but was safe, playing back for the multiple players to guard him.
Oh, it's just filthy.
They're trying to make hero plays. You can't blame them. They've only got Sheriffs. Paper Rex have absolutely shut them down. Their economy is completely out of control. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. All right, thank you.
It's possible Alex took exception with that round from PRX. I can't be sure. Wow! Oh, Boo is not ready. He's clearing the recon and Jing is just too far ahead of the play for him.
He just double teleports forward. He gets all of that space for free. You're never expecting it on defense. Doesn't hit something. Here comes the lockdown.
He's going after it. By hook or by crook. Something is looking for this, and there's Patman on the lurk timing. Oh, the lockdown is popped out from under Heretics.
I can't with this guy. He's crazy.
And now Heretics know they really can't play off the side. They've got to commit. They've got to challenge this. Not too shabby there from Mini Boo, but Jing deigns to descend from the ivory tower to deal a death blow to the
This is winnable. Patman's too far away.
Can he get a touch? Unreal! He's satisfied with a little bit of damage onto the Neon, but Mini Boo also has that overdrive and already. Here's Jing again. They are never ready for Jing. From the top rope, he's able to find his Rien's claps back now, has to drop to the side. This is good anchoring. Can he do with something? No, the shorty. More than he can deal with. And Boo laboriously will drag himself across the map to challenge this.
Planted.
Jing has just been an absolute animal on both maps. Countless first kills.
Boo here's a double swing. He's going to have to deal with it. Oh, the King's Horse. Batman hears him. How is he here already? The conditioning utterly broken on the side of Heretics, and now it's up to Boo again. 30 points of health to try and slow the PRX train down, but choo-choo, baby. We have more than left the station.